Hello everyone, welcome to a new year, 2021. Here is Alpha and this is my friend Carlo. We have been friends for a very, very long time.
Yeah, since middle school.
Yeah, we knew each other because we worked on a project together.
Yeah.
It was about Russia.
The Expo something, World Expo.
Yeah, Carlo is very good at many things.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I would say a very cultured individual.
Thank you. Although I'm not good at vlogging, so this is a good partnership.
So today we are going to be making
sushi.
So what type of sushi are we gonna make?
So we're gonna try to make two kinds of sushi today. Well, two general kinds. One nigiri, which you have like a rice ball with a piece of fish on top, and we'll also make maki sushi, which is the rolls. And
Let's get started.
Sure. So thanks to your mom actually for like pre-soaking the rice. It was really kind of her. And then something that a lot of people don't do when they make sushi rice is they forget to put kelp or konbu. So I went ahead and put like one piece of...
Oh, it's already like kind of...
Yeah, it's gonna expand. Yeah, it's dried when it comes in the packet. And then when you put it in water and as it steams and cooks, it's gonna expand and turn into this like giant piece of seaweed. So
yeah.
This is ready.
So my mom pre-soaked the rice already.
That's
and
great.
Washed it. It's very important to wash. And then we're now gonna put it into the rice cooker. There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah. In case you don't own a rice cooker, which is kind of hard to believe in the Philippines.
Yeah, but in New York, like I didn't have a rice cooker and I managed. I usually rinse this one 3 times. It's just to make things, make the water run clear.
Yeah.
So you don't want it too murky or too cloudy.
Okay.
Usually 3 times is fine.
Great.
So this is actually 2.5 cups that I already pre-measured.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna let it sit for a few minutes. So in the meantime, we can also get started on like cooking the omelette. This time we're actually just gonna be using 4 eggs. I think this should be good enough.
Funny story, when I was in 1st grade, I remember I was just starting to learn how to bake. Like just as a fun activity. And then one of my friends, do you remember Kyla?
Yes!
Yeah. Kyla, her mom asked me if I knew how to break an egg. And then I said, yeah, and I did this. And I was like, yeah, I cracked it. And she's like, no.
I'm sorry.
So now that we have, let's just show them what it looks like.
4 eggs.
This is the vlogging life.
Ta-da!
Gotta show them. And now,
Just gonna lightly beat.
so yeah.
So we're gonna be adding dashi stock, some salt, mirin, and some soy sauce. Just put all the liquid in here first.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is dashi konbu broth. So I've measured around 1/3 cup of that. We're gonna be adding around half a tablespoon of mirin. 1/2 tablespoon as well. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna mix that.
Okay, so we're mixing the egg.
You don't want it to be too bubbly, so I'm gonna actually just stop there. Not too airy, because we're gonna roll it as well. So that's what makes it spongy. We don't need to like incorporate so much air. Medium to high heat for this. If you're serious about making your own Tamagoyaki, it's a must-buy. So this is just a reminder to your viewers, this is very amateur. I am not claiming to be a sushi chef, so...
No, this is great for people who want to start out their intrigue.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like we're learning. Carlo, has really tried to learn things on his own. So that's just the type of initiative we want to encourage on our channel, is to get people to try things out on their own, and hopefully watching this will allow you to try it and initiate.
I brought this one paddle actually just in case, just because when we start rolling.
It has a flat top and it's a little bit curved, so.
So another tip that I learned is just using like a piece of like kitchen towel to just spread things around, but it also helps absorb excess oil. And we can use that excess oil later. So now let's just put a little bit of egg first. Just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And we want to pop any bubbles that form. And swirl the egg a little bit so that it gets to all the corners.
That's not popping.
There we go. And at this point, we now know that it's cooking quite well, so I can bring down the heat a little bit.
Yes.
From here, I can start rolling the omelet.
Love it. Look at that.
And then I push that to the other side, and I just re-oil.
I'm gonna put it here. You're gonna add more just on top of it?
Yep. So you're trying to basically make almost like a continuous roll. So you're gonna try to actually link it with the one you just made.
Oh. That's a big egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
So this is the last one, which I call sort of like the cheat roll, just because it's sort of like the last one that you put just to like fix any imperfections at the end. Great, now we can turn that off. And that's our Tamagoyaki. So this will probably bring the rice just up to the rim.
Yeah. Then we're gonna add our
Konbu seaweed. It's literally kelp. We can start cutting our ingredients for
Great.
sushi rolls. So depending on the size of your cucumbers,
yeah.
so you could slice it into eighths if you want, or even smaller. So another way of slicing is like this. So I just made the seasoning for the sushi rice.
Which is?
And it's like a 1/3 cup of vinegar, a teaspoon of salt, and just a tablespoon of mirin. I told you a while ago I don't really like putting sugar in my sushi rice, but the mirin just gives it that tiny bit of sweetness that we want.
See the steam come out.
Ta-da! And you can see that the konbu is now fully expanded.
Yeah. Called?
It's called a hangiri.
Hangiri. Yes.
Because you're hungry. No, but it is called a hangiri, and it is a nice smell because it's made from Japanese cedar.
Yeah.
So let's just rinse this very quickly with some cold water.
If you have a hangiri, you have to put some water in it.
Now with the rice, now that it's simmering, I can actually like cover it now and bring down the temperature. And we can leave this here for around 15 to 20 minutes.
Love it.
You pour it once you have it out.
Yeah. So you're evenly spacing it out.
Exactly. I'm trying to prevent the rice from becoming too soggy. I can always add more. If you don't have a wooden basin, you could actually even use a plastic one. So it's really important to season your rice properly with vinegar. Actually, sorry for the history lesson, but that is the origin of sushi. You know, sushi was made in the olden times as a way to preserve fish, and rice and vinegar were natural ways to help make that happen. So olden day sushi was literally like pieces of fish pressed against rice.
Thanks for the history lesson. Should expect more because Carlo knows a lot.
So I'm gonna use a fan because I'm being extra.
Who doesn't love being extra? So you are slicing the kelp.
Oh, sorry, I should be telling you what I'm doing. Yeah, so the leftover kelp, like don't discard it. It could definitely be used for other things. So actually for the futomaki, we're gonna include the kelp in the filling itself. We're gonna season it with some soy sauce and sesame seeds in it.
Love it.
Okay. I'm also gonna do the same actually with the mushroom that I simmered.
And then we also have Tobiko. I love ikura, Tobiko.
Same. I was trying to look for ikura
It's
at
hard.
the Japanese grocery, but couldn't find it. So I'm gonna season the kelp now, and I'm just adding a little bit of sesame seeds. I do the sesame seeds first because I kind of want to toast it a little bit.
So
first.
this is like medium heat, or
Yeah, that's right, medium heat.
so you can see it browning.
Exactly, or you can also smell it.
Flavor.
Yeah, have an interesting flavor.
So you season like maybe a tidbit of half a teaspoon of soy sauce.
That's right. Great. And with that timer, I can actually just shut off my rice now. So you want to leave the rice on the stove top for 10 minutes after it's cooked.
Oh.
If you're doing it in the stove. There are some pieces that require further processing, like squid usually needs to be seasoned with like a vinegar and sugar mixture, which that's already done.
Yeah.
So when I buy from New Hutchin, like it's usually already prepared.
So this is a porcelain knife.
Exactly. And I re-washed my hands just for this. Actually, like score it a little bit on top.
Score, that's an art terminology.
Square it another way. It's like cross-hatching.
Yeah.
Sugar and vinegar. Same thing, just a little bit of oil. I mean, a little bit of soy sauce. The pan is a little harder than I expected. But it's fine. Because that was already cooked anyway.
Yeah.
It's just I would have wanted it to be toasty.
Get that kelp again, but we're not. Are we still gonna saute it?
Oh, no need. I mean, you already have all the
Yeah.
in here. I can just use that for another time.
Yeah.
Great.
We're good.
Sure. This is just some wasabi powder.
I love wasabi.
Good. A lot of people don't. Sadly.
Because it's just so strong, right? Can you tell between good wasabi or bad wasabi?
Well, the best wasabi is fresh wasabi from the wasabi root, which you freshly grate.
Yeah.
This one I think is a good compromise. I mean, it is a powder,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, it's not gross green.
Yeah.
Usually, if you see a neon green wasabi, I would not touch it. First, we get a little bit of the fish.
Yes.
Right? And then we get a clump around the size of a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Clump it against the side. Take a little bit of wasabi, put it on. Press down. Flip it over. Press on the sides. Press on the top. And there's your nigiri.
I want to try.
All right, give it a go.
Hey, ready. I'm going
So
to grab.
wet your hands first.
Okay. I washed this thoroughly.
Yes, thoroughly.
Starting tinkle twinkle.
Yes, add more water, especially to the right hand, because when you touch rice, it's literally gonna stick.
Okay.
So take the fish with your left hand, your index finger, middle finger. Good, and just let it rest on there.
Okay.
Good, and now grab some rice and sort of like mold it against the side. Good, good. One squeeze, and then with your finger,
Yeah.
take a little bit of wasabi. No, with your right finger,
Okay.
take
It's
a
just
little
little clumps.
bit. Yeah.
It's clumping up.
That's why we need
More water.
So just take a little
Okay,
bit of
got it.
wasabi. Put it on the fish.
You gotta dash it.
Put the rice on the other way.
The other way, like this way?
And then you make like a little indent. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Flip and do the sides. And then do the top like this.
Okay.
Good job. And then now place it on the plate.
It's not as nice, but...
That's fine. With practice, you will get it.
It's tipping over. The important thing that I've learned is that you need to add a lot of water so that this rice doesn't stick to you. Because it is a huge distraction when you've got a lot of rice
This
gathering.
is very true.
Yeah.
I mean, even I struggle.
Okay, so gotta soak my hands when I get 2 index fingers. Not 2 index, just...
Your index and your middle finger.
Yes. And I'm gonna clump it up
Exactly.
like a ping pong ball. And then hopefully this is enough. Not
That's
very-
really good, actually.
That's enough?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
now take the wasabi with your finger.
Okay.
Dab it. Good job. Put it over, rice on top. Indent. Good. Flip. Sides.
Ooh, look at
And
the
then
little...
top.
Look at the little...
Just your fingers on top. Good.
Wow!
Wow!
It's so tasty.
Good job.
Woo!
Okay. You can, when you have new seaweed or new nori, it's actually really easy to break apart. You literally just need to fold it because it's so crispy. You can just tear it out. Ta-da! I'm gonna cut it this way. So, same thing. You just touch it with your finger, other way. Just because there's a glossy side and there's a rough side, so put the rough side on top.
Oh my, it's lopsided again.
It's fine.
There you go.
Good job. So for futomaki, it literally means like fat roll. So we're gonna use an entire sheet of nori seaweed for this. Take a generous portion of the rice. You also don't want too much rice.
Yeah.
You should be able to see through the rice to the nori.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't see like this bright white sheet of rice. It should be kind of like this, where you dab some on top.
So you stack it on top, not to the side.
You want it to be not spread out, but you
Yeah.
also want it to be in like the center band.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the tricky part is the rolling, because you want to like try to keep the fillings in. So you got to be quite decisive,
Yeah.
and you just got to roll.
Go with your emotion.
Yep, you just got to go with it. Don't hesitate, because if you start hesitating, all the filling will start to like fall out. The pressure.
So you just pressurize it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh!
And then one tip when it comes to cutting sushi rolls is that the rice sticks to your knife. So
Yeah.
it's important to like have a handy cloth to just wipe things. I don't cut from side to side because by the end you're just putting so much pressure on one end. So I cut in halves. Like that.
Oh, wow. That really looks like futomaki.
Thank you.
Okay, let's put the...
Good.
That's so good. Like this much?
Yep, that's good. I'll just pop it in the center. Good. Move the rice around.
Assist.
Spread it on top. That sounds like that.
But how did you do it in like one swipe motion?
Oh, I did do it in one swipe motion. Sit out. Good job. And now let's split it. And when
Okay.
you do it, you just gotta Roll it.
Here we go.
You can do this. I believe in you.
No! I hesitated.
Don't hesitate. You just gotta
Okay,
go
so
for
where
it.
do I go now?
May I?
Yes. My poor sushi. Okay, Carlo saved the day. I need to try this another time. Okay. New version. Okay, that's fail.
You can eat it.
Okay. Carlo was like, I'm not gonna eat that. Look at what happened. Okay.
Because we're gonna do an inside-out roll, the outside's gonna be full of rice. And so the challenge is it's gonna stick everywhere. So actually, putting mayonnaise and spreading it out a little bit helps create this layer that prevents the rice from sticking. Literally just like spread it out. With the inside-out roll, we're gonna fill this up with rice, and we're gonna try to make it stick out. So for the inside-out roll, you really want the rice to be basically sticking out. Just roll it as usual. Ta-da!
Yay! Wow!
And you have the inside-out roll covered with Tobiko. Edible, we will lose some Tobiko there, but there is a way that you can reuse it. You can always put it in your next roll inside. Yeah, so nothing has to go to waste.
Hey, mine's. Okay. People are gonna be like, you're so arte.
There we go.
I roll this way?
Yep. Good.
Let's get it.
Oh, almost.
Almost. Okay.
All right.
That was not so bad.
There we go.
Wow, we really created a whole variety of. This takes practice, guys, so don't be discouraged to not do it because you're not gonna get it the first time.
So fun fact, sushi was like one of the first things I learned how to make as a kid
Of course.
because my mom didn't allow me to like use fire.
Is this like, you cut it individually?
Yep. Another way that you can cut it, especially for the inside-out rolls, is to cut it diagonally.
Ah, yeah, that might be better. Feel. Okay, now we're done.
Yes!
This is so exciting. We made like a whole meal, pretty much.
We made like a buffet.
Yeah. So you want to walk through what we have over here?
Sure, here we have like nigiri as promised. We have salmon, squid, egg and crab stick nigiri. And then here is an assortment of rolls, futomaki, the fat rolls. We have the inside out rolls up here. And we have two kinds of small or osomaki rolls, one with salmon and cucumber, and another one with Thai and cucumber. And then this one is just more nigiri on top, and then Thai sashimi at the bottom. So I hope you guys give it a try.
And then I'm proud to present this one, the plate of shame, which is where most of my sushi went.
It also has the leftovers, you know, we didn't want anything to go to waste, so
Yeah.
I just made a couple of rolls.
Like
that just
these
had
three and
leftovers.
probably this one I made also, so. Yeah, and then the broken one, so.
Oh, good job nonetheless.
Yay! Thanks so much, Carlo.
My pleasure.
It was so
Anytime.
much fun. Guys, you should try this at home. It's a perfect time for you to experiment, get your ingredients. We'll have it at the link in the description box. I'll have all the ingredients. I'll also double check with Carlo if it's complete, and then if the measurements are correct. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe. You can also make sure that you are following my Instagram, Penelope Pop Art, Facebook, Penelope Pop, YouTube, of course, subscribe. And you can also follow Carlo,
Yes.
which is Instagram.
Exactly, C Fong Lui. You
Yes.
can follow me for all the random things that I cook.
He cooks a lot of different things, so interesting. If you want to feel cultured, follow him.
Thank you.
Yes, do it. Okay, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time. Let's try it. To end the video, we shall dip. I dip first. Thank you very much to learning new things.
Thank you, Winnie, for having me.